guys, it's me, the curly haired hippie. Welcome to my channel. On my channel, I talk about different things that I have learned over the past couple of years on how to be more sustainable, and that my family has actually done to become more sustainable as a family of 4. It is February, and so I am very excited to share with you the things that I have learned over the years on how to have a more sustainable Valentine's Day. The first half of my tips are going to be along the lines of how to celebrate as a family or with your kids, or how to help your kids have a more sustainable Valentine's Day while they're at school. And then the other half of my video is going to be about celebrating Valentine's Day with your partner and yourself. So let's get started. Tip number 1. Most schools that I have had experience with celebrate Valentine's Day as a whole class, like with a Valentine's Day party, where the kids bring in little Valentine's Day gifts for their friends and teachers, and then they pass them all out, and then they enjoy some snacks, and then they take all their Valentine's Day things home in a box that they've decorated or in a bag that they've decorated like Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day themed decorations for their box. So tip number 1 is, if your child needs a Valentine's Day box, please don't go buy a box that has been made at the store. They do have that as an option, but not super, like, why would you go buy a box? You probably have a box laying around your house somewhere that has come in the mail from something you've ordered, or a shoe box of some sorts that you could use, that you already have, and you can just redecorate it and then repurpose it for a Valentine's Day box. Cut a hole in the top, decorate it, let your kid paint it, let them decorate it with newspaper, wrap it with newspaper, color it with a colored pencil, draw some hearts on there. If you have other Valentine's Day craft-like things, let them use that. My daughter really likes to use stamps right now, so she's been stamping like everything. But this year, her classroom is doing something different, and they don't need a box at all, which is great. So she's going to end up like making her Valentine's Day bag at school. And I know, because I've already asked the teacher, that their bags that they're making are made out of brown paper bags. And my classroom as well, because I teach 2nd grade, will also be making bags out of brown paper bags that are also easily compostable. And the only things that they will be using to decorate the bags are things that are easily recycled or composted. Hopefully everything will be composted on the bags in my classroom. Because my class we talk about sustainability a little bit in our class as a whole too. And then my son, he will also be taking a bag, because he likes to do anything and everything that his sister does, because he really highly looks up to her. So he's already started decorating his bag, which is just a brown paper bag from the grocery store, and he is thrilled to be decorating it on his own. However, in the past, we have had boxes, and my daughter has decorated them with craft things that we have found at home, like newspapers and other brown paper that we've wrapped the box in and then colored it. Please don't add glitter to your box. Glitter is not sustainable. There are some glitters out there that you can buy that are not microplastics that just get washed into our waterways. So if you are decorating a box or a bag, please don't use glitter. Glitter's just bad for the environment. If you want something like glitter or confetti, maybe use a hole punch and hole punch some paper. So there's that. If you don't want a bag or a box at all, you can also use a basket like this. Like, this one's really quite large, so you might not need a huge basket, but I thought this one was cute because it's pink and kind of festive-y. So we will be putting my children's Valentine's Day gifts from us in this basket to help us celebrate as a family. So that's the boxes and bags and things like that. So second tip for Kid Valentine's Day. Kid Valentine's Day also comes with cards that they pass out to their friends, or candy, or trinkets, or little things, usually plastic, that's easily forgotten about, sadly. They're very much like, they enjoy them at the party, they open them, they read them, they enjoy the candy, and then there's just a big box or bag of trash that I have to figure out how to dispose of properly at the end of the party day. So my idea for this year is, like, I know a lot of people don't like to give candy, which is great because candy is really quite unsustainable and comes in plastic packaging that is not recyclable or reusable. So my second idea is to instead of buying candy or plastic trinkets that are not recyclable or reusable and typically just in the landfill pretty quickly after the holiday is over, make your classroom something. Like, so my daughter wanted to make crayons. We have a huge box of all these broken crayons that, we've collected over the years because we don't want to toss them out. So we have a huge box. So what we plan to do is melt the crayons down into little heart-shaped multicolored crayons. I'm sure you've seen them on Pinterest and things like that. And that's a great way to use old crayons and then turn them into a gift to give your friends at school. Another great option that I know you've seen on Pinterest is little heart-shaped seed pods or seed cards. So you rip up some paper and you get it all wet, and then you put some seeds in it, and then you have seed paper. You dry it out, you make seed paper, you cut it into little hearts, and you send those as a gift, and then the kids at school can plant them at home, and they have a nice, beautiful little plant. So crayons and seed paper are wonderful options for Valentine's Day. If you don't have time to make a craft like that, you can also just give out seed packets, like packets of flower seeds. I know that one of my students did that one year, and everybody loved it. It was a huge hit. And we even planted them at school. And then one of my students I know used them for Mother's Day later on when they planted their seeds. It was such a great gift, for Valentine's Day. And cheese. Seeds are pretty cheap, is what I meant to say, not cheese. That's ridiculous. Anyway, so seeds are pretty cheap for a gift, and if you're buying 20 things, that can get pretty expensive. And if you have more than one child, that's 40 things. And then I have my own classroom, that's 60 things. And so 60 packets of seeds is going to add up really quick. So we're voting to go with the crayons that we have an abundance of at the moment. So I just need to, we're probably even not going to make them heart-shaped. We will probably make them round, like little mini muffin tins, because I have a little mini muffin tin that's already at the house, and I don't have to go buy or thrift. I would thrift one, and I haven't seen a heart-shaped tin to put the crayons in yet. So I will probably make little mini muffin tin crayons and then glue or stick them to a heart-shaped paper of some sort to send to school, because I have to make 60 gifts for Valentine's Day parties. Thirdly, for kids' Valentine's Day parties at school, you typically have to send in some type of snack. So a great snack, I feel like, is fruit, like apples, bananas, cuties. They're cute for Valentine's Day. You could even decorate them, I'm sure, somewhere. There's a way you can decorate the fruit to make it look cute like Valentine's Day. There are some really crafty people on Pinterest. You could probably find them on there. That's what I usually send in for class parties for my children's parties. And as a teacher, a way that I try to keep my classroom a sustainable classroom is I actually have a whole set of IKEA. I know they're plastic, but they're reusable plates and bowls and cups. And I have my parents bring in fruit. I have them bring in baked goods that we can definitely recycle those, number one, plastics containers, because everything at school's got to come in from the store. You can't bring in home goods anymore, and that's okay because of allergies and things like that. But I try to make sure that those things that are coming in are either in cardboard boxes, like donuts. Donuts are great, guys. Donuts and baked goods from the store that come in cardboard boxes are wonderful snacks to send to school. Fresh fruit are wonderful snacks to send to school because they come with no packaging or recycled packaging. And then if you have to get muffins or something that comes in the plastic, As the purchaser of those items, try to make sure that they have the little number 1 on the bottom so that they are easily recyclable later. Okay, so that is kids' class parties. Those are my 3 things that really kind of stand out in my mind as a teacher and a parent: the boxes, the gifts for the kids, and the snacks. So those 3 things, there are some ways you can be more sustainable with those. On the second half of the video, things that you could do with your partner to be more sustainable for Valentine's Day would be like go on a date instead of buy them a gift. Experiences over things is always a great idea. And that also ties into like with your family, have an experience instead of buying them things. I am going to buy my kids a couple little things for Valentine's Day, but they are definitely something that we will be using throughout the year. I found these really super cute bubble wands that are handmade bubble wands that are not plastic. My kids love bubbles. We figured out how to make the bubbles, and they're fairly sustainable, and I can refill them at the soap refill store. And mix them with some other things, and they turn into really cool bubbles outside. And then my kiddos love to be outside, so I'm looking into buying these they are made from wood and metal bubble wands that will last a long time, and that they come in all different, there's star shapes and heart shapes and all these different things, and I found them on Etsy, and I'll try to link them below so you guys can check them out too, because they look super cool. I'm also looking into getting them a really cool rope, like a jump rope, for them to play outside, because my daughter's really into jump roping right now, and she doesn't really have a good one. So hers is like the plastic ones from the dollar store that we found in the basement, so from a long time ago. But anyway, so things that you can do as a family or as a couple would be experiences like go bowling, go watch a movie, go to a restaurant, go for a hike, go for a bike ride, go on a picnic. Let's see, there's so many things that you and your family could do, or you and your partner could go do, that doesn't require you to buy something. Like if you have to buy something, like purchase an experience instead of a item that's going to take up space in your home and eventually have to be removed or thrown away, or something that's not really super useful. So experience over products. So that's my number 1 tip. Plan an experience instead. Okay, so second, with your not your spouse necessarily, but with your partner, let's not do flowers. Flowers are not grown sustainably at this time of year usually. Like they just come in huge bulk things of flowers from different countries, and you don't know how they were grown. You don't know what was sprayed on those flowers. You don't know. You just don't know. Now, I'm going to say this. If you do know, because you bought them from a farmer at a farmer's market, those are great flowers. They don't need to be roses. If you want to buy your partner cut flowers because you know they love cut flowers, fresh cut flowers, try to source them locally. And then ask for them to not be wrapped in plastic, because that cellophane plastic that most flowers come wrapped in is not recyclable. It's just not. It goes straight to landfill, and it's there for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. So if you choose to buy cut flowers, source them locally, please. Chocolates, again, not sustainable. If you want to buy chocolate, try to buy fair trade chocolate, organic chocolate, to ensure that they are being produced sustainably and that they are being made by workers who have fair wages and safe working conditions, because that's kind of to buy chocolate from people who don't get to work in safe places or get paid a fair wage for doing their job. And another reason not to buy chocolates as well, packaging. The packaging is just not sustainable at all. It's like so much trash. So if you do want to buy chocolates, looking for organic chocolates, fair trade chocolates, and hopefully if you have a bulk store, you can get bulk chocolates. And if you can just avoid chocolates and buy something else, like, I don't know, fruit, that would be a good choice. Another thing that you could do, like for your spouse or your partner or your family, bake them something. Bake them some treats. I love baking chocolate chip cookies and muffins. I love baking. So it's very fun for me to bake different things into Valentine's Day themed things. And it's quite easy actually. Get a recipe and follow the recipe and make them something you know that they will love. And it feels like, I think that it's a little more special, like when you took the time to make them a treat instead of like, I went to the store and I got you this. Like, but if that's not your thing, that's not your thing. So if you want to buy them chocolates, fair trade, organic, bulk chocolates, which is sometimes hard to find. Let's see. Third thing for your partner and yourself. My husband and I actually usually stay home for Valentine's Day, and we don't go out and we don't fight the crowds on Valentine's Day because it's too hectic. Plus we have small children, so we usually end up staying home and having a nice night in together. We usually have pizza with the kids and watch a movie as a family and make our own snacks, like a little Valentine's trail mix or something. Valentine's trail mix is like popcorn, and then we have, some bulk candies that are like pink and red that we put in there, like little hard chocolate candies, or we put nuts and things in there and they eat that, or we have ice cream that we share together for our night in with the kiddos, and then we put them to bed, and then we kind of enjoy some adult drinks and hang out and just spend time together after the kids go to bed. And if that sounds like something you want to do, that's good too. Board games in, movie night in, dance party. Dance party night at home is always fun. Spa night would be a good thing, a great indoor, like I don't leave the house, but we're going to get some face masks and some bath bombs from the soap store. And because their bath bombs, the little heart-shaped ones, are the best. They're the best. They smell so good. They're my favorite. I can't wait till they come out because I'm definitely getting myself some. And last but not least, lingerie. If you choose to wear lingerie or fancy, cute, sexy attire for Valentine's Day, let's not do it just for Valentine's Day. So don't go out and buy single-use lingerie. Is that a thing? Single-use lingerie? Let's not do that. Let's buy lingerie. If you're buying it, let's buy it to last so you can wear it every time you want to wear lingerie. Make it classical, make it cute or sexy or whatever you're looking for, but let's buy from a sustainable company that's made with good materials, that's made ethically, that's made where workers have a fair wage and safe working conditions and all of those good things, not fast fashion. And I know for sure in Springfield there is a company, a very small, locally owned company, that she actually takes secondhand, like vintage lingerie and she dyes them organically or changes them a little bit to make them a little more modern, and they are so cute. And she had them up at a pop-up store inside the soap store last year, and I wanted to buy one so bad, but I was on my nose buying anything clothing-wise for myself last year. And at that time I was like, don't really need any. But this year, I'm looking forward to seeing what she brought out this year. So I will let you know more about that if I do choose to buy some. So overall, Valentine's Day can definitely still be celebrated, and it can definitely be sustainable. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you have other ideas, please let me know. I'm always looking for more ideas on how to be a more sustainable family and how to celebrate different holidays together in a eco-friendly, sustainable, zero waste way. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.